Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to give it a moment until maybe a few more people come on. Joyce has invited me to speak to you guys for about 15 minutes or 15 minutes in total about personal development. And I'm going to be talking about the personal development spectrum. So basically, I've heard that some of you have questions on personal development, what it's about, how it can benefit you, the ins and outs really. So that's what I'm going to be sharing on today. But before I go into that, firstly, of course, I need to introduce myself. I'm quite new to the group. My name is Florence Achama Akpabi, and I'm a therapeutic wellbeing coach and abundant life mentor. And basically what I do is I support faith-centered women who are really hungry to experience more life. So they're hungry for more life, and they understand that maybe they've tried doing other things, they've tried other practices and things like that, but they recognize that there are some things that are holding them back, which they themselves don't feel equipped to move forwards in, and need a little bit of support and somebody to hold that space for them while they develop and grow so that they can experience the more life that they desire. And obviously for different people it means different things. Okay, so that's my intro done. I'm going to jump straight in with this. So personal development, sometimes it's called self-development. These two are kind of interchangeable terms along with something else that you may have heard of, personal growth. So personal development, personal growth are often used interchangeably. But what I want to talk to you about is the personal development spectrum, and really look at how personal development and personal growth fall in this spectrum. And I'm going to talk for a bit, and if you know, some of you are here live and you want to jump in and ask some questions, and that's great. I love questions, so please feel free to ask some questions. And if you're listening to the replay of this and there's something I've said that you need more clarification or elaboration on, then just feel free to ask me and I will respond at my soonest. Okay, so personal development. Personal development has become really, really popular from about the 1960s, 1970s onwards, and that's where life coaching has developed from. Personal development really answers the need of people to grow a particular skill or ability to make their lives better in some way. And so the question that people may ask with an interest in personal development might be, how do I do, or what do I do to make this part of my life better? What do I do to improve my health? What do I do to improve my confidence? What do I do to improve my public speaking skills? And so that's where the development of personal development courses has come in to really answer that question. And so personal development tends to be very specific and very goal focused. So there are specific goals that a person wants to address, whether that's confidence, assertiveness, speaking, and it can even range to losing weight, anything really. Anything can be a personal development goal, as long as it's something which develops yourself and isn't designed in essence to make you money, but it's designed to make you better, to improve an area of you so that you can experience an improvement or betterment in a different area of your life. So the whole idea is, by improving you, you create some kind of transformation in other areas of your life. So that's personal development. And the goals there, as I said, are very specific and very focused. And there are lots of courses that focus on those key areas. So we've got confidence building courses, assertiveness courses, lots and lots of different things that people have specific goals and interests in. So that's on one side of the spectrum. On the other side of the spectrum, we have personal growth. So where personal development asks the question, what do I need to do to see improvement or betterment in this area of my life? So what do I need to do to have whatever it is that the person wants to have? Personal growth asks a different question. It asks, who do I need to become to experience more, whatever it is? And generally, the more that that person wants to experience might be more joy, more happiness, more freedom, more, I'm just trying to think, more peace. So we can see that already, whereas personal development seems to be a lot more concrete, personal growth, whilst they are goals, they're a lot more abstract in nature. It's hard to develop a course that just focuses on happiness or joy or maybe prosperity or abundance or freedom and things like that. And it's a lot easier to develop a course around those more specific goals. The problem with personal development is that, actually, let me go back to personal growth for a moment. So personal growth, it asks a different question. And because it asks a different question, it tends to go deeper than personal development goes. Because it knows that for you to experience those things that you want, that there needs to be some internal work, some inner work. And I think that's where a lot of the mindset stuff and the thought transformation stuff has come from. This understanding that there needs to be a deeper work. So personal development work is mainly skills and ability, and developing ability, developing skills in order to become better at public speaking or to develop assertiveness or confidence. Whereas personal growth is about, who do you need to become? What are the things inside of you that might be holding you back, might be limiting you in experiencing the life that you really want to experience? And that would be on the other side of the spectrum. So we've got personal development and personal growth on different sides of the spectrum. They're still, I guess you would put them still under the umbrella of personal development, but they're different in their approach, and they're different in the outcome of what they're trying to achieve. So personal development, somebody could take a personal development course, for example, confidence building, and they can learn all the skills and they can develop the abilities, but they will only be able to use those skills and abilities to the extent that they themselves have the capacity to use those abilities. So obviously, somebody wants to become more confident. If this would have been something that they would have already been able to do. Hi Joyce, thank you for tuning in. This would be something that they would have already been able to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't need to come to this course. So obviously there's something internal holding them back from being more confident. So they go to the confidence building class and they are taught these skills and they're taught these tools and they have these abilities, but they can only use it to the extent that they themselves have the capacity to use those skills. So, for example, last year I attended an 8-week course. It was a drama therapy course, especially for introverts. And there were a group of us in the course, and we all learnt the same skills. We all learnt the same tools and things like that. But amongst us, there were some who were more able to use those skills to transform their life in the way that they had intended for the course to transform their life, because they had already worked on the internal stuff that had held them back, and all they really needed was those tools and those resources, really the application of how to be more whatever it was that the goal that they had when they applied for the course. And some of the people in the course, they really struggled because this was like the first time they had come face to face with those internal, I guess for want of better word, strongholds that had prevented them from being the person that they wanted this course to make them be. And I think that's the issue that people have. You know, they go on a personal development course and they expect this course to do the heavy lifting for them. They expect this course to take them from A to Z, and that's really, really unrealistic. And when it doesn't, then they blame the course leader, the facilitator, the resources, the material. But what they don't understand is that they wouldn't be on the course if there wasn't a very good reason within themselves that were preventing them from already being whatever it was that they wanted to be. So it would make more sense to acknowledge their own internal workings and pay attention to those. Who do they need to become to experience more confidence in their life, instead of what do I need to do to become more confident? So we take the emphasis away from the doing and it's more on the becoming. Who do I need to be? So let me go back a little bit. So when we do a personal development course, there is always an aspect of personal growth. It's not overt in the course, but in order to develop, you need to grow. And as I mentioned, your ability to develop will only be to the extent that you yourself are able to have grown. And there's this quote that people use specifically in business, which says, your business grows to the extent that you grow. And the whole idea behind that is obviously you are your business, and whatever limitations and blocks and strongholds you have, your business is going to get stuck behind those things. And so we can apply it to anything. Whatever limitations, blocks, strongholds you have in an area of your life, if you do not deal with those first, you're going to hit a wall with those things and you're not going to go further. So personal growth really increases our capacity to develop and transform. The more we grow, the more we transform, the more we develop, the more of those goals that we achieve, the more of the feeling that we're trying to experience, the more of that we feel as well. So what do I think in terms of personal development? Grows to the extent that you grow. Yeah, it can be applied to anything and everything. Anything and everything. So a lot of people, what they do is they focus on those specific goals, whether it's, making money, losing weight, whatever it is, and they forget that